Hey folks, it's Jake Davis with my fifth of 7 top 5 videos this week, celebrating my favorite films of the year. I will be getting to my top 5 picks for the best actress in a leading role in just a moment, but a few corrections. I did several videos, speed ran through them. I don't write scripts. I do have little notes here, so I'm going to correct myself. I said, first off, Hugh Jackman plays Wolverine, not Hugh Grant. That's one I should have remembered. I said Glinda's real name, last name was Uphill. I meant to say Upland. I guess I had Mr. Underhill, Frodo's alias, on my mind. I got to mention my nominees for makeup and film editing. Makeup, my winner was The Substance. My nominees were A Different Man, I Saw the TV Glow, Long Legs, and Sasquatch Sunset. For film editing, my nominees were Conclave, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Strange Darling, and The Substance, and I gave the award to Saturday Night. Best Actress. 5th place. I switched this one out at the last minute. I'll get to it at the end when I get to honorable mentions. But my 5th place is Scarlett Johansson as Kelly Jones in Fly Me to the Moon. She plays a hustler who's brought in to stage the moon landing in case NASA can't get it done in time. I love how they take this genuinely maybe the most famous conspiracy, at least Americans' conspiracy theory of the 20th century, and try to make a romantic comedy out of it. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was very sweet. Just the charm and chemistry of Scarlett and Channing off each other was magnetic. And just, I love Scarlett Johansson. I've praised her for years. Every goddamn year it just comes around. I had to talk back to once again remind you people that this woman is just as talented as she is gorgeous. And yeah, she's always great. She doesn't fucking slum it. She doesn't do that. She's wonderful in this. Number 4, I'd say Kaylee Fleming as Bee in If. If is a wonderful movie. It's a terrific movie. It'll melt the ice right off of your heart. She's a young girl who is coping with the very real possibility that she's about to be an orphan, while around the same time she discovers that imaginary friends are real and they need her help. And there's a lot of emotions and there's a lot of character here that was very demanding, very challenging for a young actress. And yes, she is 17. They got someone quite a little older than the actual character to play the part. But, it paid dividends. That little bit of extra maturity brought so much more to this character. And she's amazing in the role. 1 second. Third place. I'd say Willa Fitzgerald for as the lady in Strange Darling. Of course, I've praised this movie. It's a great, brilliant, masterful film. A one-night stand spirals into a full-blown killing spree. The mystery, non-linear. It's a situation where the most savage, violent moments of the film almost happen right away, and then we kind of go back and get to how we got here. And then the ultimate fallout of everything. It's a great movie. Neither of the main characters even have names. I don't think any character in this movie has a name. But it's just an excellent movie. And does it help that she spends about 40% of the film running around in her underwear? Of course it does. But that doesn't stop the fact that she's amazing in this movie. She provides the single most chilling moment of the entire year in any horror movie. I'll die on that damn hill. And I have never been a fan of the song, but I will never again hear Love Hurts without thinking of this movie. I gotta pause again, just a second. Second place, Demi Moore as Elizabeth Sparkle in The Substance. An Academy Award-winning aerobics TV instructor, instructor, clearly not inspired by Jane Fonda. No, not at all. She's basically deep in her 50s, being pushed out of television, desperate to remain in the limelight. She volunteers for an experimental program, and it ends up literally costing her everything. This is a career-defining performance for Demi Moore. Demi Moore's always been a good actress, mind you. The Seventh Sign, she was excellent in that. She was excellent in A Few Good Men. G.I. Jane, she was even good. She was good in Striptease. That movie was just crap. I mean, there's this awful movie called Nothing But Trouble from the early 90s. It's comedy. It has John Candy, Chevy Chase, and Dan Aykroyd in it. And the best thing about that movie is Demi Moore. Hell, I think she's the best performance in A Few Good Men. Hell, come at me. She's really always been an excellent actress. Since I was a kid, I've been a fan of Demi Moore's. And to see her finally get a role like this, she just throw herself in. And another thing I want to talk about, the vulnerability. I mean, she got a boob job to play a stripper and still didn't show her boobs. I never understood the purpose of that. But in this, I mean, she completely shows herself. I mean, full nudity. But at this age, to a point where it's really, it is an artistic choice. You know, it is to show the character Bear and herself, and just how vulnerable and alone and how tragic this woman is. It's an amazing performance. It is an amazing film, and I highly recommend you see The Substance if you have not yet. My number one, my pick for the best actress of 2024 is the best actress of 2024, and she is going to win the Oscar 2 years in a row. I'm saying it. The girl I'm giving it to is going to win the Oscar for Best Actress. It's going to be the third year in a row because I didn't think Michelle Yeoh was going to win, but she did win. I'm saying Mikey Madison as Annie Honora Makila in Honora. She is naive, New York City stripper, call girl, hooks up, foolishly falls in love with this young, over-the-top, super charismatic Russian drug dealer, and just is taken for the worst kind of fucking ride. She's just the strength of her character. And when we talk about strong female characters, it's so annoying. But this is genuinely a woman who is her. Don't ignore the film. Doesn't ignore her flaws and her faults as a character and as a person, and actually, what makes her stronger, makes her a more interesting character. I mean, yeah, she's strong-headed, and she's not just going to be rolled over on. But at the same time, you know, she doesn't really have the power to stop any of this that's going on, anything that's happening to her. And even when she does try to put her foot down, it just gets kicked out from under her time and time again. It's a powerful performance, and all building up to that last scene will just it's gonna try to make you cry. It's gonna try. If you don't, good for you. But it's gonna go for it. And my honorable mentions. Blake Lively came this close to making my nominees. Ultimately decided not to because of all the controversy going on around that film. Her and the director apparently are both suing each other. I don't want to get all into it. But I do want to say that film, first off, it was the highest grossing original movie of the year, which means, you know, it wasn't based on, it wasn't a remake or a sequel or a spinoff. So good for that. And I do think the film handled a very serious, very real-world situation in a sensitive, mature, and patient way, and I respect it for that. But then again, it's not a movie I really expect I will ever see again. Other honorable mentions, I say Kirsten Dunst is a jaded journalist. Damn it. Kirsten Dunst as a jaded journalist in Civil War. She was really good in that. Micah Monroe in Longlegs as a young FBI agent. I mean, sure, you can argue her character is just a ripoff of Clarice Starling, and she is. But she was good. She was really, really good in it, and she's a very, very talented actress. You know, and is she going to age anytime at all? I mean, she still looks 19, and It Follows was at least 10 years ago. Catherine Newton and Lisa Frankenstein, I love the kind of silent movie poses and stuff she did in that movie. It was a really fun performance. She had a really good year, breakout year for her. Almost forget about that terrible Ant-Man movie she was in. And today in Challengers, I did not like Challengers. I could not stand Challengers. It was a boring movie, but she showed a lot of versatility as an actress in that film. So, yeah, that's it. And just because I haven't said the title of the movie in this video yet, and it feels weird, I'm just going to say Nosferatu. Anyhow, tonight's the Golden Globes, and if only 4 people watch this video, they'll still get better ratings than the Golden Globes. I'm Jake Davis, and I'll catch you on the fly.